The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Good day, good people. Welcome to another purpose-filled episode of The Lessons for the Journey. The purpose of this podcast is to share insights, information on women's wellness, understanding our whys, and the lessons that inspire us to take positive actions in ourselves, our families, and our communities. Our topics focus on women's wellness, seeing through a metaphysical lens, sharing spiritual insights, highlighting journey lessons, and building healthy relationships. I am your host, Dr. Hetheru, and I share this space with engaging co-hosts, guests, inspiring topics every Friday at noon for a transformative 1-hour experience here live on Podcastic, Facebook, and YouTube. You can expect deep, thought-provoking conversations on self-discovery and personal growth, special guests, locations, events, people, polls, and thoughts, co-hosts sharing wisdom and life-changing insights, a powerful blend of spiritual, metaphysical, and wellness lessons, and tools and strategies to help you elevate your mind, your body, and your spirit. Our show is produced by Chantel Mosley of Podcastic Studios. Our co-hosts are Ma'at Seba, Mary Ibayu, Nicole S. Miller, and special appearances by Dr. Calvin T. Mann. If you are seeking clarity, healing, or personal empowerment, this podcast is for you. So tune in, engage, and transform because your journey to self-discovery starts now. So before we get involved deeply in this topic today, we need for you to grab your tools. That is your journal, your notebook, your ink pen, and let's go because what we have for you today is always intriguing, but today, as I say every episode, is going to be good. So are you ready? Today's topic is what you put in your mouth this holiday season. And so what you put in and what you take out for some of us today. But our before we get going, we're going to start with our reflections. So we always start with our memos or our me, myself, and I cards. So which one are we doing today?
You guys decide.
Oh.
Which one do you want?
Me, myself.
Yeah. Me, myself, and I?
Me, myself, and I, yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Me, myself,
get you
I, right.
I'm making sure a card doesn't fall out again.
Yeah.
I mean, that was really, that wasn't funny.
Right. Let's see. Okay.
You can shake it up. You got it? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Uh-oh, everybody's laughing.
Every time.
Right. Okay, mine says, do you eat healthy and exercise regularly? If so, why or why not? Do I eat healthy? Most of the time. And do I exercise regularly? I have decided to incorporate lifestyle in my exercise. So I am up and down in my file cabinet a lot. So I have decided whenever I'm at my file cabinet that I'm going to do squats. I have decided that when I go to the market, I will park in the close to the last parking space and walk. So I think I'm more incorporating it into my lifestyle versus having a set exercise regimen. That's my why and my why not.
Okay, so mine is, what is love to you? That's a very good question. Love for me is stemmed from loyalty. I feel like when you have loyalty, you have love because they go hand in hand. So if you can show up for me, be there, and truly be your authentic self, that is the true definition of love.
Wow, that's awesome.
Okay, mine says, are you self-motivated? Why or why not? I am, depending on what it is. So when it comes to business, absolutely. When it comes to anything personal, family or friends related, absolutely. When it comes to other things like household chores, no. I'll do them because I don't have a dirty house, but am I self-motivated to do that? No. The sun, when the sun comes out, put some music on, I'll clean my house, your house, all the neighbors' houses. But if the sun is not out, it's a challenge. So, but generally speaking, am I self-motivated? Absolutely. I'm not a slacker. I can't just sit still and do nothing. That would drive me crazy. So again, basically yes, but again, it depends on what it is.
Right. All right, so let's collect the cards, the beautiful cards, if you haven't seen them.
Did it come up? It's not up high enough. There you go.
Thank you. So we always have take a moment and pause so that you can get your own set of Ma'at memo cards and other healing supplies. So we're going to play that commercial for you. Thank you. So don't forget, when you're looking for gifts this holiday season, that this could be a good choice. So we are off to our reflection questions today. So because we're talking about what you put in your mouth this holiday, we're going to talk about our reflections around today. What's your typical holiday meal? And do you notice a change in your body and stress after the meal? Ma'at.
Okay, I'm vegetarian. So what I eat is different from everybody else in the family. So I'll typically eat pretty much what they have because they know I'm vegetarian, there's certain things that they won't cook, or they won't cook meat in it, or for sure pork. And so they're really, really conscious of that. So I can pretty much eat anything. The things that I really want to eat, I can't have, like macaroni and cheese and the typical cultural dishes. The cheese doesn't like me, and I don't do well with sugar. So lots of vegetables, lots of salad. I do have some meat alternatives that I'll make myself and bring with me.
Like what? What are those? So you can give people some ideas about what are some alternatives.
So
some vegan alternatives.
In the alternative world, there are several companies that have meat alternatives. So like I'll bring spaghetti, but it's made with a product called TVP, textured vegetable protein. It is soy-based, unfortunately, but you know. And I can make anything that is made from ground meat. You can use that. So I make spaghetti. I could take spaghetti, and I usually take it to a function, and nobody knows until I tell them. Mm-hmm. Spaghetti, tacos, meatloaf, ground beef and gravy. So anything you use ground meat for, I can use that for. There are several companies that have chicken alternatives, turkey roast type things, little chicken breasts. So they're widening the vegetarian and plant-based options of meat substitute foods now, thank goodness. And some of them are pretty tasty. When I first became vegetarian, the vegetarian, vegan, or plant-based options, they were nasty. So, but now because more people are being conscious and this food now is making people not feel good, and so they are either transitioning on their own or they're being forced to because their body's not accepting it anymore. Mm-hmm. So, did I answer all the questions?
And how does your body feel after you eat, after your meal?
Well, for me, I'm okay. But you know, because I don't do the things that will take your energy away, which are sugars, cheeses, dairy-based things, the desserts. If I was to cheat and eat something, like if somebody has some macaroni and cheese, I might take a fork and get a couple of their noodles and I'm done. Or take a spoonful of some peach cobbler or something like that. I can't do more than that because it drains my energy. It makes me tired, which is why after you have a big meal, you see people up there passing out, like, you know, stretched out on the couches, laying down on the table, because what you just ate drained your energy. What you eat should energize you. You should have more energy. You should feel more alive after you eat, not drained. So for the fact that you're drained and you don't have any energy to go do anything but go to sleep tells you that that's not the right substances that you should be putting in your mouth.
Chantel, how about you? What's a typical holiday meal? And do you notice the change in your body and stress after the meal?
Yes, so for me, I'm not vegan, so the typical holiday foods, so what's gonna be on my plate and on my table. So the turkey, the ham, the dressing, macaroni and cheese, all of the great things. But I do definitely feel sluggish after. Sleep is definitely in the forecast afterwards. Don't really want to do anything. Typically know not to go and wear jeans that day, because I know by the end of after my plates. Yeah, that's gonna be a thing, and I like to go to
pants.
I like to go to different people's houses too, and I know I've reached a couple of family members' houses, so I try to save room throughout the day to eat at each house. I know that's not the best, but yeah, I definitely feel the difference after eating. What they say, you have the itis.
Okay,
so, yeah.
right. All right, so the next question: what are some of the traditions that your family or friends share during the holiday season between Thanksgiving and New Year's? Some of the traditions.
That's interesting. We don't, the traditions that we had, we don't really do anymore. Because I stopped celebrating the so-called holidays many, many years ago. I don't do Christmas, I don't do Thanksgiving, New Year's, none of that, because I know the true origins of them. And so to me to celebrate it would be a lie. But I don't stop anybody else. And because that's the day that family has to spend time together, I spend time with my family, but I don't do it for that so-called holiday. And so a lot of the traditions that we used to have, we don't do. They changed from Christmas to Kwanzaa. And, you know, now because, you know, how the life's everybody, we just take that as a time to spend together and to rest, you know, to get ready for the next day if you have to work the next day or that next week. So our traditions are really just spending time and fun with each other. But the other typical things, we now that I think about it, we stopped doing it, really.
Okay. How about you, Chantel?
I can speak the same to that, Miss Ma'at, because I used to have a lot of traditions as I was younger. So for Thanksgiving, we knew we were going to my great-grandma's house, and then for Christmas, we knew everybody was coming to my house. But since my great-grandma passed, you know, that is not a thing anymore where we really just celebrate Thanksgiving together. Like everybody is kind of doing their own individual thing at their homes, and we might come together afterwards. But yeah, a lot of traditions is just not the same anymore. I know they say you have to create your own for things to develop and go forward. But yeah, I do miss the older traditions, just knowing what I had already planned for the holidays. So sometimes it don't even feel like a holiday.
What about New Year's? Do you do anything different for New Year's?
It depends. Every year is different. Sometimes I feel I just need to be still. That I need to be still and connect with spirit. Or just rest, or again, life's all of us so much because we're all working. that, you just look at that as an opportunity to get a day's rest. And then sometimes you feel like you want to be festive. So, each year, whatever I feel that year is what I do. We don't, our family are homebodies. Like literally everybody's a homebody. So we do things at home. We don't necessarily go out every now and then. You might want to go out to dinner, but that becomes stressful because there's so many people out in the street. And since my dad and my brother have passed, it's kind of like not the same. And so we spend most of our time and energy and focus on Mom. Whatever she wants to do is what we do.
How about New Year's for you?
Yeah, so New Year's, I used to actually bring in my New Year's at church. I miss doing that. The watch night service, I looked forward to doing that. I felt like my years went better. Even though I was younger and didn't really understand the significance, looking back, I can say beginning and ending my year at church definitely made for a greater year. So that's a tradition I was thinking about kind of getting back into the swing of things but that was my New Year's Eve tradition, to bring it in with my mom or either my grandma at church.
In my family, we have traditions for everything throughout the year.
Really?
Yeah, we celebrate birthdays during the course of the year, specifically between Thanksgiving and New Year's. Thanksgiving has become individual families' time. There's still conversation amongst all the family. After that, but also after Thanksgiving or day after Thanksgiving, my larger family, which are my father's siblings. My father had 4 brothers, and so our families are all divided into groups. So it's group 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the groups, anybody over 21 has the opportunity to participate in what we call our family name pulling for Christmas gifts. So my family, anybody under 18, groups 1 through 4, they buy gifts for the other kids in the other groups to make sure that all of our kids are acknowledged and have something for Christmas. So if anybody is experiencing any, financial shortfalls, the kids are always covered. The ones who are under 18 are always covered. When my dad has since passed, but my dad, we used to go to the Thanksgiving parade. Thanksgiving is a big brunch. Mostly at everybody's house. Somebody's having a big brunch. And then, of course, the evening up until, you turn in for the day, it is a lot of celebrating. And then that Friday, for people who connect with my mom and go shopping, it is the Black Friday craze. I never participate in that because I'm not getting up and going out in that. But that's my mom's tradition. So anybody that is around shopping or shoppers, Black Friday was the day. And then personally, that weekend, I always do and participate in extensive gratitude. And so that is, calling family and friends I haven't talked to, sending out my holiday cards. It is a time for me to be thankful. And that is what we do in our household. We really participate in thanks for giving instead of Thanksgiving. And that leads us into, for us, our birthday seasons, our December birthdays, and my family, I am one of them. My birthday is between Christmas and New Year's, so it's a different type of celebration there. Christmas Eve is a big tradition day for us, and my mom and father's family, we always go get a Christmas tree on Christmas Eve. We do that as a family, and we endure the cold. We find a really inexpensive Christmas tree because typically they're down to $5 on New Year's Christmas Eve. So we pay about $5, $10 for a Christmas tree. And you spend the rest of the evening, decorating that. And then Christmas morning, my whole family gets together. My family, individual family, my mother and father's children, we get together. We do a brunch, do a gift exchange, honor our ancestors, And then later that night, we get together with group 1 through 4, which is my dad's siblings and all extended family. If you're part of our family all year, you're a part of our family. So on Christmas evening, we go meet at my uncle's house, my uncle and my aunt's house, and we celebrate, eat, party, play games, have ugly sweater contests and other things like that. But we have a lot of festivities, a lot of get to know you kinds of activities, and we pray together, especially on that day, to remember all of our family that have gone before us, and that we get to celebrate that year and the year to come. But it's a time where we all get together. And so our family, we really participate in each other's lives throughout the year. So if you got somebody that is going off to kindergarten, it's like the prom for us. You're going to have people that show up. Mm-hmm. And so we really, our family is one that really believes in celebrating all benchmarks. Nothing is too small. And so when we have our own reasons to get together, but the holiday season for us is one for us to celebrate in true meaning of what holiday and giving really means. So we're really careful that it's not about the material. It is about how you know somebody, what you know about them, and our gift giving is around really what you know about them. And if there's something that they ask for, then that's an opportunity. If you don't have all year to get it, that's an opportunity for you to ask for something that you might really want. So, holiday traditions for us are huge. We celebrate Kwanzaa in our household, and we invite our close family and friends to participate. Kwanzaa is a big deal for us, and we, follow some of the principles, and we have, modified that to reflect us and our belief system, our trust system, our value system. So Kwanzaa is a big deal. And then my birthday, of course, it's, my birthday is a little bit different in more recent years. But I like to do something. I don't have to do much of anything. But I want to be pampered on my birthday. So that's pretty much it. So I'll lounge around and ask for this and ask for that. So I get completely pampered on my birthday. And then New Year's, we have another tradition from my mother, my father, and our siblings. We are on the phone together up until the new year rings, and then we are all together within that first hour. And we're all on the phone. Somehow it works, and all of us are on the phone and just acknowledging one another, acknowledging again those of our family who have passed on, and just pray together. And then everybody's off to do the new year in the way that they do it. Mm-hmm. So, I know I just said a lot, but we do a lot. It is reflective of how my family operates and how we do engage and interact. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that it has meaning and value, and that we're able to pass that generation to generation. Because it was one of the things I remember my grandparents, my dad's parents asking us to do, to continue the traditions throughout the years. Yeah. With all of that said, happy holidays. So we're talking about, again, our topic is what you put in your mouth this holiday. So keep it happy and recognize what you put in your mouth can make the season happy, healing, or hard. The holidays arrive wrapped up in sparkle, nostalgia, and temptation. But beneath the laughter and lights is a truth we often overlook. What we put in our mouths, like food, our words, our prayers, our affirmations, become our emotional diet. It determines whether this season becomes a sanctuary of joy or a storm of stress. We speak of health, we speak of power. And when we speak of power, we speak of choice. And your choices this season are not just about food, they are about our future. This truth has never been more urgent. So I wanted to share a few statistics that we don't talk about enough, especially since the onset of COVID. We have seen profoundly health impacts on our survival and our resilience. So here are a few things to consider. These were some of the points that I pulled out. I thought that were important. And then I'm going to turn this over to Ma'at, because some of the information that you're going to hear moving forward is really from a combination of the articles that she writes for the holiday that I think are really important. So she's going to take over. But I want to share this with you, that 94% of COVID-related deaths involve pre-existing conditions, including diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, and obesity. And one or two black adults have some form of cardiovascular disease. And the holidays spike hospital admissions due to overeating, alcohol consumption, dehydration, and stress. The average American gains 1 to 5 pounds between Thanksgiving and New Year's, and many never lose it, adding annually to chronic disease risk. Digestive stress accounts for up to 20% of all holiday urgent care visits, mostly caused by overeating, high-fat meats, sugar overloads, and alcohol. So pay deep attention to what you're taking in and putting in your mouth. Ma, take us out, boy.
Okay. The holiday truth. Overindulgence is not celebration, it's self-sabotage. We love our comfort foods, the sweet, the savory, the buttery, the nostalgic. But comfort should not leave you with discomfort, indigestion, acid reflux, bloating, fatigue, constipation, or emotional regret. This season, you have the sacred opportunity to celebrate without suffering, to enjoy without enduring consequences. Below are insights from moi and highlights from a few of my articles that offer us insights for a healthy holiday, rooted in evidence, tradition, cultural wisdom, and holistic awareness. Add to your holiday some practical actions like taking digestive enzymes. They help break down food so nutrients enter your bloodstream efficiently, especially critical during high-calorie holiday meals. Support your system before and after the feast by taking a natural fiber-based colon cleanser with anti-parasitic herbs, which keeps digestion flowing and prevents the holiday clog. Add regular movement to metabolize holiday fats instead of storing them. Do more dancing. Here are the top 9 tools and insights that can be incorporated into your holiday meal prep. Number 1, feed your body. Choose food that loves you back. And fiber is your holiday best friend. High fiber foods, including fresh fruits, vegetables, some with the skin included, brown rice, whole grains, beans, barley, bran muffins, nuts, and seeds, help digestion flowing, reduce bloating, stabilize mood, lower blood pressure spikes, and can even strengthen immunity. The CDC confirms that only 7% of Americans get enough fiber, contributing to chronic digestive stress and weakened immunity. So now just to talk about the fiber a little bit, when you hear commercials on TV or even your doctor says increase your fiber, okay, well, what is fiber? There's soluble and there's insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber is a fiber that the body can process and break it down. Insoluble means the body cannot break it down. So when you have colon cleansers, that is an insoluble fiber, like greens. Like you can eat greens, especially kale, which is high in fiber. And what the fiber does is when it goes through your system and it gets into the colon, if you will, it like scratches the side of the colon. It pulls things that are stuck in your colon out. So when you go to have a bowel movement, you're getting more waste out. It also contributes to the peristalsis, which is the muscle contraction in your colon, so that when you go to the restroom, the body pushes the waste out. If you have to push, you're doing something wrong. You should not have to push. The peristalsis of your own body should have enough constriction to be able to push the waste out of your body without you having to push yourself. Another contributing factor, or not contributing factor, but another assistant when it comes to using the restroom, number 2 as the kids call it, having a bowel movement, is you can use a stack of books, 2 stacks of books with maybe like 6 inches high under each foot, and put your feet on there. Or they have these stools now that you can get, that you put your feet on top of the stool, and what it does is it releases that muscle. I can't think of the name of the muscle right now, but it releases that muscle that when you sit on a toilet, it kinks that muscle up, which makes it harder for your bowel movement to flow naturally by itself. But when you squat, so when your knees are up, approximately chest level, not quite that high, but when your knees are up and not straight like when you sit on the toilet, but your knees are bent like that, it releases that it releases that. I can't think of the name of the muscle, but it releases that to allow the bowel movement to flow through. Which is why when you look at different indigenous cultures, you see them squat. They squat at everything. They squat to use the bathroom. You squat to have a baby. You squat just when they're talking, just in their everyday existence. And that's why the body, that's a natural, healthy position for the body. We've not been taught that. So our culture is the exact opposite. We sit in chairs, and all of that can contribute to your body becoming too laxed. And therefore your system doesn't move as effectively as it should. And we don't move. Most people are not exercising. So increasing the fiber in your body is really important. Again, fresh fruits and vegetables. Instead of cooked foods, eat more live food. From life comes life. So when you eat more live foods is, again, fruits and vegetables. You can put them in the refrigerator and they're still fine for another week or two, depending on what it is. But meat, if you leave meat out, it's dead, So it starts to decay because it's dead. So you get nothing from meat. It's not alive, it's dead. So from life comes life. Fruits and vegetables are high in fiber. Brown rice instead of white rice. It takes longer to cook it, but it's higher in fiber. Your beans and the grains and bran muffins instead of maybe cornbread. So doing some things, alternative options, instead of the way that our culture has been raised to be, which is why we're in the condition that we're in now, most people. Also, again, it affects your blood pressure. It affects your blood sugar. Again, as Chantel said, you should not eat and then pass out. Of the itis is what we call it. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be energized because you just fed your body. Excuse me. Choose meats your body can actually digest. Let the season be a gift for your gut. Fish digests in about 1 to 2 hours. Chicken and turkey digest in about 4. Beef takes allegedly a couple of days to fully exit the system. Pork often carries parasitic risk and takes even longer to digest, potentially 24 to 72 hours. If the body spends all of its energy digesting, it has none left for healing. Therefore, you must take time and the steps to make sure that your healing happens. Now, when it comes to pork, back in the day, when they made ham, they would put the clove buds in there. They would put crosses in the ham. They would put clove buds in the middle of the cross. They would middle of the intersections of the lines that you would cut in the ham. Then they would put pineapple rings on there, and they would put the cherry in the middle of the pineapple, and then they would bake it. Okay, well, I thought it was for decoration. Mm-hmm. The only thing that's for decoration is the cherry. The cloves are pull parasites out of the pork to the surface, and hopefully that the heat from the oven will kill them. Clove is anti-parasitic. They don't like cloves. So you have the two properties. The pineapple has enzyme called bromelain in it that is anti-parasitic. So you have the pineapple and you have the clove that are to assist the parasites from coming out of the pork, hopefully to kill them during the cooking process. Again, the cherry was the only thing for decoration. Maybe changing up your meats, and maybe what about having fish options or some vegetarian or vegan substitutes. You can't do the same thing and expect different results. So if you want to be different, you have to do something different. Now, culturally speaking, our food has always been absolutely delicious. However, it's not loving our bodies back. And so we have to love our body back by doing something different. Just explore the options. Also, other cultures' foods. Maybe Mediterranean, African, Jamaican, Asian. There's a lot of different cultures that maybe you can start to incorporate into your festivities, and you never know, you might like it. So, let's explore some healthier options, because when you look at other cultures, look at the way they look and look at the way we look. That should tell you something. Y'all step in if you want, because you know I can. Did you want to
Number
comment?
4.
Okay. So I talked about the other dishes. Adopt global flavors without global consequences. Eat vegetarian, vegan, Caribbean, African, Mediterranean, indigenous, and Asian dishes. Often offer rich flavor without the digestive burden. Thousands of influencers demonstrate step-by-step recipes to nourish without harming. Number 4, season soulfully, not sinfully. Swap pork seasonings for veggie stock, smoked turkey, green pepper, onion, sesame or olive oil, sea salt, black pepper, or liquid smoke. Some people will swear the flavor must include meat until you smile and tell them this is healing food. So now when it comes to this, there are so many influencers online now that are doing vegetarian and vegan options that are absolutely delicious. So try some. I mean, you don't have to change your whole meal unless you want to, but at least try something different. You might be surprised, and then pay attention to how your body feels when you eat those dishes, and see, do you feel better? Now, I'm vegetarian, but I can cook the same thing that I used to cook: green beans, cabbage. I don't care what it is, and I use a certain vegetable stock, and people do not know that there's no meat in it. If anything, they're like, "What'd you put in here?" Mm-hmm. And so they call me the cabbage lady in my family, right? So I have to make either the juice for it, because you can use the same juice for everything: your greens, your green beans, your cabbage, your beans, all of that. You can use the same stock for it. You don't have to switch it all up. And it's really simple. I'm going to tell you. Only thing I use is green pepper, onion. If it's vegan, if I cook for somebody and it's vegan, then I use a vegan-based butter. If it's not, I'll use regular butter, not margarine. Never use margarine. Butter, sea salt, pepper, cayenne is better because it helps with your circulation. Cayenne pepper, liquid smoke. Liquid smoke is not the healthiest thing in the world, but it's an alternative because it gives you that smoked meat flavor, but there's no meat in it. Olive oil and garlic, and that's it. And I chop those up, cook it down really to a nice thick consistency, concentrated consistency to taste, and then that's what I cook everything in. So I'm known for the greens and for the juice. I'm the juice lady. So let's see what's next.
So, Miss Ma'at, question: were you always vegan? If not, when did you make the switch? And how was it, like in the beginning, coming from our food to more of a vegan or lifestyle change? How was it? How long did it take for your body to see results, etc.?
So I haven't transitioned to vegan yet.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Okay.
I said I wasn't, but I'm going to. I'm vegetarian right now, and I lost track, but it's been between 25 and 30 years.
Nice.
That I've been vegetarian, and the reason that I transitioned is because I went to go get a colonic, and it's a little bit TMI, but after getting the colonic, there's still water in you, and so you go sit on the toilet and you release the rest of whatever's in there. And so when I got done, I looked and I saw something in there. I'm like, what is that? Because whatever that is, I didn't eat it.
Yeah.
And so I come to find out that those were parasites.
Wow.
That was my last day. I cold turkey. I did not touch any more meat.
Because I'm hearing about that all the time, but I can't picture it. Like I can't, and maybe it's best not to, but I can't picture the parasites.
Well, there's many, and they look different ways. There's some that look like rice. Yeah, I mean, they don't just look like the way, like there's some that do look like worms in the ground. There's many. There's some that look like snakes. There's some that looks like, believe it or not, I've heard some colon hydrotherapists say there's some that look like spiders. So they look different kinds of ways. Yeah. And the sac that the parasites are in can look like torn tissue, like a really thin torn tissue. So it might be in there, but you don't know that that's what it looks like. So If it didn't look like what you ate, it might be something else. Yeah. So it's really critical. It is extremely critical to do anti-parasitic cleanses, just detoxing period, but detoxing, cleanses, and parasitic cleanses, it's super important. Maybe we can touch on that at another time because that one's pretty extensive.
Right.
Cook with oils that extend your life, not shorten it. Use olive oil, coconut, walnut, flax, sunflower, and or peanut oil. Avoid corn oil, vegetable oil, and canola oils, which research links to inflammation, obesity, and chronic disease. Now, most of the olive oils on the market are fake. It's a very small percent of olive oil in it. That's a marketing ploy. The ones that I would get would be, we have a large Arabic community. We have a large Jewish community around. A large, well, I guess we have Russian, we have the largest international community, I think, in Michigan of most cultures. So the Arabic community, they use a lot of oil. Italian community, they would use real olive oil. Mm-hmm. So you would get your oils from them. Try different spices from other cultures and see what you come up with. Use butter, not margarine. Margarine is plastic. Never, ever use corn oil, vegetable oil, or canola oil. Canola oil means Canada oil is made from a rapeseed, R-A-P-E, rapeseed, that is always used for industry. They found one property that they can categorize in the healthy category, so now they're promoting it as a healthy oil, and it's not. Look at your ingredients to see what oils are in what you're using.
Here's something that I talked to a nutritionist lately, and she said that when you look at your labels, look at the order of what the products are on the label. She said that is the amount of the majority of what's in it is going to be first, and so on. So to pay attention to that, I thought that was a really critical piece of information that I've never heard before. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When you're looking at labels and you're reading labels, make sure if it says it's whole wheat bread, that there is grain first before you see all the other things that don't make sense in your bread.
Mm-hmm. And if it has a bunch of ingredients, don't eat it. So like if I made a cake, and there was 19 ingredients in it, would you eat it?
Well, I mean, if you made it, probably. Yeah, I would eat it.
Well, if I made it,
It's made with
your source. But it's not necessary. Like 4 ingredients. When you go out of the country and you see the same products that we eat, that they have, sometimes with the same companies, Hunt's, Heinz, or whatever, and they have like 3 ingredients in it, it's like, well, why do ours have 15? Mm-hmm. That should tell you something. It's chemicals.
Right.
That's another rant. I'm going to leave that one alone. Okay, cheese or no cheese, choose widely. Substitute or minimize with cheese use using nutritional yeast, tapioca cheese, rice cheeses, and or dairy-free alternatives. It's a new taste to your cheesy traditions, but it's still good to you and for you. Now, I typically cannot have dairy. It'll set my sinuses off. If I had one slice of so-called cheese, it would set my sinuses off. I can't do it. But I do use vegan or vegetarian cheese options. I do use nutritional yeast flakes, which are a dried powder, and it's very, very high in B vitamins, very high. And it does have a semblance of cheese. So some of the cheese, vegetarian and vegan products that have cheese in it, they always use nutritional cheese flakes. Nutritional yeast flakes. Again, with cheese, when you look on the packaging, if it says food, it's not real cheese. If it doesn't say cheese on there, it's not real cheese. It's some other stuff. And I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago, people were talking about how they would, the so-called cheese on their burgers and stuff wouldn't melt. You remember that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's plastic, and people wonder why they're having health challenges and they're constipated and can't go to the restroom. That's one of the reasons. Okay, sugar, the holiday secret villain. Excess sugar is linked to inflammation, elevated blood pressure, depression, sleep disruption, weight gain, and or weakened immunity. Instead, try sucanat, raw cane sugar, turbinado, molasses, monk fruit, agave, or stevia. Also think less of dessert as more life. Choose 1 or 2 desserts instead of 4 or 5. So traditionally speaking, again, we do the cakes and the powders and the pies and the cheesecakes and the ice cream, you know.
Right.
We have like 4 or 5 desserts. How about cut that down to 1 or 2? Instead of using white sugar, which is absolutely horrendous for our health, try a different kind of sugar. Like, again, sucanat, raw cane sugar. That raw cane sugar has not been processed like white sugar has. Turbinado, molasses, like what do you call it? What's the
Agave.
Aligar, that, no.
Yeah,
it was a brand name.
Aligar's molasses based. You have to have a.
That's terrible.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, you have to have an acquired taste for molasses. It's something different, but it's excellent for you because it's a really good source of iron. Like people that have iron deficiencies, they could take molasses instead of the over-the-counter stuff. Okay, thickening with healing. Instead of using harmful flour or cornstarch, you can use something called kudzu, Kudzu. Kudzu is a natural thickener, has been used for centuries to curb alcohol cravings, lower blood pressure, ease migraines, soothe digestion, and treat alcoholism and GI stress. This food is ancient medicine, especially what our ancestors trusted. Now, kudzu is like down south, they consider it almost to be a weed because it grows
the same
everywhere.
Thing we're talking about here? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and it comes in. You can get it in capsule form, or you can get it in a package loose. And you would put that in your water to make what we call roux, as a thickener to thicken your juices. And again, it's been treated to assist people, and it helps to reduce alcohol cravings. So again, for that comes in capsule as well. So that's an option instead of using flour or cornstarch. Yeah. Drink your way to healing with moringa, ginger, or peppermint tea. All 3 of those assist in digestion. Lemon water, which helps with liver support, hydration, and as a detox. Alkaline water before meals. It assists you in eating less and assists you in digesting your food better. Alkaline water after alcohol, believe it or not, helps to reduce hangovers. Yeah.
Wow.
Now, I cook with alkaline water. I only use tap water for cleaning the dishes because I have to. But all of my food, except for things that I'm going to pour out, like if you are boiling potatoes, I'll use typically tap water because I have to pour that out. But other than that, I use alcohol. I don't even drink. I use alkaline water to cook all of my foods in. It freezes faster, and your foods cook faster as well.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
Feed your spirit. The mouth speaks before it eats. The holiday season is equally shaped by what comes out of your mouth. Words become energy, and energy becomes chemistry. Chemistry becomes wellness or sickness. Research from Johns Hopkins shows that negative speech increases cortisol, the stress hormone that disrupts digestion and immunity. Positive affirmations, however, lower stress and improve emotional balance. Affirm before you eat. Excuse me. Affirm before you eat. My choices today nourish my future. I honor my body with every bite and every blessing. I eat for healing, not hiding. My food and my words feed my joy. When we were raised, we were taught to pray over our food. But what I found out is that prayer moves energy. And now that I'm into healing, different alternative healing therapies, I understand what the use of energy is. I understand what the use of words in conjunction with healing is. So when they say affirmations, that actually is the same thing as a prayer. Like you are speaking the energy over your food. Mm-hmm. Do not cook when you're angry. Don't eat a person whose food, when they cook the food, they were angry. All of that is energy, and you believe it or not, it affects you. You might not even be conscious of it, but those things affect you as well. Mm-hmm. Did you want me to stop here? Keep going?
Yeah, keep going. We got a few minutes. We can get it done.
Okay. Affirmations and prayers. Oh, see, I said that before I even got to that. Affirmations and prayers. Pray before the plate. Creator, bless this food and my decisions. Strengthen my discipline and my delight. Let what enters me bring life, not loss. Amen. Speak wishes of wellness, not weight gain. I can't see this.
I pray this holiday season fills your plate with peace, your cup with clarity, and your body with balance.
All right.
So, I mean, I know for us, we've been taught the Lord's Prayer. Mm-hmm. We also have been taught that we are co-creators. So we need to make sure that we're praying exactly for what we want to. So you can add this to your prayer. I like that. I pray this holiday fills your plate with peace, your cup with clarity, and your body with balance. So being more intentional about our prayers and what we pray for ourselves, over our food, and over others. Be more specific. Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a big one here. Mm-hmm. Feed your emotions. Every craving has a root. Many holiday cravings are not physical, they are emotional. Be mindful of people and environments that trigger old habits. Protect your peace like you protect your plate. We often eat memories, loneliness, celebration, grief, stress, and exhaustion, family triggers, and or childhood associations, what we call comfort food. And it becomes coping food. So we must ask ourselves, am I hungry or am I seeking comfort? There's another saying about, it's not what you're eating, it's what's eating you. Mm. And during holiday seasons, especially during COVID, there was a lot of loss. And so typically eating goes two ways. Either people don't eat out of emotional depression or whether, or they'll overeat. They'll eat the wrong things. Sugar is the top number one comfort food because it triggers dopamine, which is a pleasure sensor in you. And so alcohol converts to sugar in the body. So you get the same sensation from drinking alcohol as you do eating sugar-based foods. So it's really important during this time, instead of eating, maybe sit down and do some reflection or find somebody to assist you in working through what it is you're really going through. Mm-hmm. Again, during this season, we deal with loss, loss of family members who are not there during this time. So instead of maybe thinking about it from a negative perspective, think about the blessings and the love and the good times that you had with that person. So switch the energy so that you're not depressed and you're not angry and all of that. Switch it and think about the good times. And know that they're around us all of the time, especially during holiday season. Mm-hmm. So our loved ones are not our lost ones. They're just in another room that we can't see them, but they're still here.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
All right. Creating a healthy holiday plan. Your survival strategy becomes your success strategy. Here are a few ways to plan ahead during the days and weeks leading up to your big holiday meals. Choose healthier dishes, lighter desserts, restaurants with fruit and veggie options. Keep teas and enzymes on standby. Drink water before and after meals. Be mindful when eating in spaces, especially in your car or on the go. Create a gentle bowel movement schedule. Make affirmations before gatherings. And find an accountability partner to help you stick to your plan. You deserve a season that honors your whole self, body, mind, and spirit. me to finish the last one too?
Yes.
All right. And the last one, the season becomes what you consume. Take it all in. Everything you allow into your mouth, whether physical or spiritual, becomes a matter your body uses to heal or harm. Don't forget that food is medicine. Words are medicine. Prayers are medicine. Affirmations are medicine, and thoughts are medicine. So this holiday season, choose with intention. Choose with love. Choose with the future in mind. Have a happy, healthy, and inspired holiday season. Your body will thank you. Your spirit will bless you. Affirmations become agreements with your future.
And so we have a few of our commercials that we want to make sure that you tap into so you know how to reach us. And then we're going to come up and close out our day today. Thank you. As for the Lessons for the Journey book club, for women who love to read, for women who love to chat, for women who love tea, for women who love sharing time. Today's feature for our monthly book is Patch of Grass by Dr. Hetheru. Patch of Grass is about defining your sacred space. This easy-to-read, self-taught, step-by-step guide will help you navigate your journey of self-discovery. Come and share with some friends over a cup of tea and a great conversation. And just another reminder to join Chantel for One Step Closer. You want to give us a little heads up?
Yes, so that is going to be every Thursday at 1 p.m. on Podcasting Network. It is called One Step Closer. Make sure you tap in.
Thank you. So as we close out today and we gear up for this holiday season, please remember that you have a choice, that you can make new choices this year. You can modify traditions. You can repurpose, reimagine traditions, but you can do something different. Choose life. Choose life in your thoughts, in your words, and in your actions. It matters, and so do you. So we love you. We want you to take it all in. We also want you to, just to acknowledge that Dr. Calvin T. Mann has a new book release. All ingredients count, and for you to pick up your copy when you see it go across social media, save it, like it, and share it, because it's a book that is going to be transformational in your life, the life of your children, and those that you care about. We all have the ingredients that count. Tap in to see what yours are. And we want to ask Ma'at to share with us how can our viewers and listeners reach you?
You can reach me at relationshipfirstaid at Yahoo. That's the email. Website, relationshipfirstaid.com. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Relationship First Aid.
Thank you. Just a few special birthday shout outs. We have Cherise, one of my dear friends that I've known since 12 years old. We're partners in the book club. Her birthday is coming up on the 25th. My dear friend Sabrina, who is out saving the world, her birthday was on the 19th. And I want to thank all of our sisters that attended the book club this week. It was awesome. And we're looking forward to our features, our next 2 feature books. One is Shifting to Millionaire Mindset by Danielle Bowie. That is our book for December. Nice. And for January, I just forgot. What's the name? Your mom's book is January. What's the name of it?
Love, Pure and Simple. Was that it?
Oh. Okay. But we have a book of poetry by Mama Evelyn Bingham. That is our featured book for January. 5 books were already sold at the book club.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They cleaned her out. Good. Cleaned out her books. Yeah. So we're really looking forward to our December and January book club. I am Dr. Hetheru. You can reach me at You're Inspired with a D, yourinspiredjourney.com. And please call by phone at 313-759-7855. Thank you for tuning in today and stay clear.